Adding this live stream to the YouTube, to the American Mammal Facebook page, and to my own personal feed, because everybody who is a friend of mine wants to watch me ride a bike in Lycra. I mean, come on. Who doesn't, right? All right, so that is up and running. Now I can go back to this screen, at which point I just realized with 3 minutes and 55 seconds to go, I got a little bit of setup I still need to do, not the least of which is, I don't know where I can put this here iPad. I probably won't need it throughout the workout today. But sure enough, if I put it somewhere I can't reach it, I'm going to need it. So it looks like we are up and running. I hope everything works. I hope that you enjoy the show today, because my name is Dave and I am the American Mammal, the middle-aged man in Lycra. And I guess I am the one middle-aged man in Lycra in all of the Americas. Obviously, you know that's not really factual, but what it means is that I represent all of us. So today, as you can see, I am wearing, which shoulder is it? This shoulder. I am wearing my Hammerhead Karoo 2 jersey. It's a Core jersey. And I actually really I like the Core product. I liked their jerseys. I honestly have never worn Core bibs. I don't know if they're any good, because I've literally never even tried a pair on. Hey, if you're from Core and you're watching, and I know you are, why not send me a pair of your bibs? Maybe a couple of them to try them out. I'll talk about them here on the show. I'll let everybody know if I love them, what I think of them, or even if I don't, or what I don't like about the product. Because here on the American Mammal, we talk about, well, just literally anything and everything. We have zero limits as to our topics of conversation. Wow. I do not like that at all. Problems with this here lighting design, that helps. Yeah, there are literally zero limits on what we can or do or will talk about here on the program. And we're always completely honest, giving our opinions, my opinions, about, well, everything. Because you want to know what I think, what my opinions are, right? Yeah, we're here. I'm here because of the fact that I'm engaged in this BASECAMP winter training program. And it's 6 workouts a week, and those 6 workouts a week are pretty demanding, and I need all the motivation I can get to follow the workouts and to do what it is that I need to do to get healthy, to get in shape, to get stronger, to have a better season in 22 than I even did in 21. So yesterday, we're 6 seconds away from the launch here, and we're going to start with a little bit of warm-up. We're going to start with a couple, 3 surges to get our blood flowing, and then we literally jump. Then we've got a 5-minute easy pedal, and then we jump right into the workout. And it looks like it's not the exact, it looks like it's about the same, it's the exact same workout we did last week. we did an FT or a sweet spot workout last week with surges, and it was, at least right now, it appears that it's the identical workout. So, yeah, 2 18-minute sweet spot intervals with surges every 5 minutes. That is incorrect. 4 and 4 is 8, 9, 11. It's 16 minutes of workout with surges every 4 minutes. So, yeah. I do these videos, these live stream videos, so that you can watch me suffer as I'm on the bike here in my pain cave. Specifically so that I've got more motivation to follow my 16-week winter training program, to do the workouts each and every day, because I know that there are tens of millions of you out there watching. Secondarily, I would love to entertain you along the way, and if I motivate any of you to hop on your trainer, turn on your TV, log into ZWIFT, and ride with me, then all the better. So, through all of last week, I went into last week kind of fatigued, and it was a building week, so we were building upon that fatigue, and now here we are this week, and it's an overreaching week, so we're gonna get on top of that fatigue, add even more, and then make me cry. So, I don't know, probably won't cry, but I might be close. I might get angry. So, it snowed here in Cleveland yesterday, or Sunday night, and we had over a foot of snow on the ground, and the drifts way more than that. So, yesterday, I went over to my house, which I'm not currently living at due to the fact that there's walls ripped out of it. And I made the mistake of grabbing my shovel and shoveling some of the driveway out. So, my arms, which I don't do a lot of training on, I don't do a lot of upper body work. Obviously, I need to do more. Yesterday was my rest day, and doing all that shoveling is not restful. In fact, it's quite a bit of work. So I was fried. Literally toasted by the time I was done. Okay, here comes the first surge. It's going to be a fast pedal, 90 RPM. I'm going to do what they say and not go faster. Well, maybe a little bit faster. And these 45 seconds are going by excruciatingly slow today. Whew. So yeah, I was talking earlier about the fact that I am wearing a core jersey today, specifically the Hammerhead Crew 2 jersey, manufactured by Core. And yeah, I was doing a selfless plug, telling all you folks at Core who watch this program every single day, I'm sure, to go ahead and send me some of your kit. Because I've never worn your bibs, but I'd love to give them a try. I do absolutely love the jerseys of yours that I have, like this one. And I often tell people that the Core kit, the Core jerseys specifically, are among my favorite. They've got decent sized pockets. Most of them, not all, but most of them have the little zippered waterproof pouch thing. Just good to put some cash or a credit card or whatever in. Whew. And the fit is pretty much how it should be. It's not as tight as some around the midsection in their race cut, but certainly not as loose as others that I have discussed here on the show. So, it's a decent fit. Could be a little snugger in the midsection, but in the shoulders and the arms, through the back, fits really well. All right, here comes that last surge at FTP. Wow, it is really hard to pedal today. What the hell's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. I'm toast going into this week where their objective is overreaching, which means to work really, really hard. Not be completely kaput at the end of the week, but not be too far off from that. We wrap up this week with a race up the Alpe du ZWIFT. And we do it in a fatigued state. So we're kind of pooped going into it. Pretty wiped by the end of it. And then we have a long endurance ride on Sunday. And then on Monday, our day off, the beginning of our training week, is the beginning of our rest week, which I haven't looked at the week yet. But Monday's always our rest day, our literally off the bike completely rest day. Rest week, typically, well, always, I think, Tuesday, we're off the bike. Wednesday, usually, we're off the bike. Thursday, a really easy ride just to wake our legs up if we didn't do that on Wednesday. So if we don't ride till Thursday, we have Monday, Tuesday, and we have 3 days off in a 6-day training week. So, you know what that means. Friday we put a little bit of power on, not enough to tire us out at all, but just enough to get our systems going for about an hour. And then Saturday, the week after the Altitude Zwift Challenge, on Saturday we have our FTP test. So we literally rest up for a couple days, try to get some of that fatigue washed out of us from our overreaching. I'm already breathing heavier, aren't I? Let me tell you what, this water bottle that I think is somewhat you can't see because of the green screen behind me. I don't know why, but the water bottle is heavy. It's a 24-ounce water bottle, and yeah, just because you can go harder doesn't mean that you should. That's kind of the constant reminder in BASECAMP, in our training programs throughout the year, but especially in our winter training program, our base miles, if you will. You want to put in the least amount of effort to get the maximum potential gains. And so you're riding in specific zones, you're training your various systems, muscular, cardio, neurologic, all those, and you're pushing kind of the edge of those, but you're doing it at the lower end of your spectrum. And the reason is, I think Tim just explained it. So anyhow, the reason is that you want to save energy to be able to do more training rather than what I'm accustomed to. Just go out and freaking hammer every day until I'm completely wiped out day after day after day after day, until I end up taking a week off just because I'm exhausted, or in my mind I just lack motivation or whatever, but my body effectively just shuts down. So what the pros do, and what they're teaching us here in BASECAMP, is that we too can do the same as the pros, which is to put in the least amount of effort to get a desired result. Increase your overall training, but decrease the per session effort. Not by decreasing the time, but by not riding in the upper end of each zone, but in the lower end of each zone. Man, my body is tired after shoveling yesterday. All right, here we go. 4 minutes, 195 at 85 RPM. I was thinking maybe they were going to have us pedal harder, faster, but no. All right, what's going on? What happened? The hell? All right, I don't know if I did something, or maybe they built the program to automatically shut the remote off. But I'm focusing on cadence, and all of a sudden, my watts are really light, and I'm like, what the hell? So I turned Aerobic back on. We're also practicing our breathing. Holy cow. Yeah, hot. Whew. All right, it's the first time to the first. Oh wait, now we're a minute away. That banner looks like it's way closer. Ah, you must. Oops, sorry. That doesn't go there. All right, here it comes. Now I think we increase cadence. Now right back to it. Whew. The good news is that these 4-minute intervals go by really quick. Although the second set, definitely more challenging than the first set because our body's dealing with all that lactate. But we're trying to train our bodies to better deal with lactate, to convert more of that lactate into energy. The only way to do it is to force your body into a state where it's producing an abundance of lactic acid and force your body to process it. Some of it just goes to your kidneys and gets flushed out. That's why it's important to drink a lot. But some of it, I may say, you can train your body to make it. A lot of it goes to your liver, which can convert it into glucose. Move that into your muscles as glycogen, which then your muscles can use, will use, do use as energy. Which then breaks it down into lactic acid and CO2. Alright, see that lid go by pretty hard. I did it again. Son of a bitch. What's with this program today? They keep teasing us with that banner a minute early. Right on. High cadence surge is coming. All right, get ready for that cadence. I always thought Kaden was kind of cute. You can see I'm not talking a lot. It's not because I don't have anything to say, because hey, I got words, a lot of words inside this brain. But I'm trying to focus on controlling my breathing, and at the same time, trying to not think about how much my legs are burning, and my shoulders, and my biceps, and even my forearms are really sore from shoveling. Look at all these live racing kits. Hey, since you're watching this video, if you want to come and do one of these rides on ZWIFT with me, one of these base camp workout rides, I can arrange it just for you to, if you come in the morning ride, get a live kit. If you come in the afternoon ride at 5:45 p.m., get a USA Cycling kit. The same kit that Team USA wears when they be racing. So, if you want to do that, send me a message. Let me know you're coming. And I'll let the powers that be to make the arrangements. Alright, here it comes. You want to buffer the lactate. This playlist sucks, by the way. T. Selena says, right on. And I need that right now. One trunk at a time. Nice. Love it when the riders ghost. Server issues. Holy crap, people. This ain't no joke. But I do need to turn the other fan up. Because we're not riding all that hard. We're not riding all that hard or all that fast. And I have no idea. I haven't been watching the course at all. And since ZWIFT doesn't let you feel the incline or decline when you're in a group ride or on a workout. Not that I'm complaining, ZWIFT, but it's a stupid decision. Because workouts and group rides would be so much more enjoyable if we had the climb function. By the way, the climb function works when you're doing a workout on Woukout. I've never actually done a workout on full gas, so I can't tell you that. And honestly, I haven't done Sufferfest now, whatever it's called, Wahoo something. I haven't done Sufferfest since Wahoo bought them or relaunched the program this past year. So I don't know if it works in there or not. Hey Dave, what's going on? What? Okay, it's like 35 minutes or so. All right. Yeah, this playlist is called something like Spin Class or something like that. I would not recommend it. I don't know if this one's any better. It's called Cardio on Pandora. At least it's got a beat. Man. My eyes are getting really itchy. Oh man, our 5 minutes is already up. How are you doing, by the way? I'm working on integrating all of the chat features from everywhere I simulcast so that I can see your comments on the screen, everybody else can see them, and then I can comment back. I mean, not that I can read the screen because it's pretty far away and the printing, I could probably read it, I don't know. But I want it to be in that black box right over there next to me. Hey, there's Rebecca Rush, the Rebecca Rush. Alright, so I watched a little bit of Sunday's video where I was trying to, sing along with the rap tunes. And I realized, man, nobody wants to hear that shit. My voice. So, while normally I will absolutely belt out a few bars while I'm riding to help me get through the time, I will make an honest effort not to put you through that kind of torture or punishment while I'm riding on camera. You'll notice I took that advice. If it feels uncomfortable, but not too hard. If it feels uncomfortable, but you're not crying yet. G. Reyes says, right on. Focus on the negative in life. If you focus on the pain, if you focus on what's not going right, if you focus on what you don't like, that's all you're going to see. That's all you're going to feel. That's all you're going to achieve. Pain, suffering, negativity. So instead, think of the positives. Think of what you're going to get out of the pain. Think about how strong and how much better you're going to be at the other side of any painful situation, whether it's in your career or your personal life, your relationships, athletics, anything. Pain, difficulty, struggle creates adaptation, and then when you overcome those things, euphoria. So pain means life is getting good. And you can say things like, you got this, Dave. Come on, Dave, this is easy. Dave, you're on top of this. You're strong, Dave. And when you say it out loud, with your name, your ears hear it. Your brain interprets it. Doesn't really realize that it's you saying it. So if you say it enough times, over and over and over and over again, look at that. Rebecca and I are on the same page there. PMA. Tell yourself you can do this. Yeah. Rebecca rocks. And on and on and on. Jay Nichols Time to Ride says, ride on. Yes, I am feeling the lactate. Buffer buffet. Doing the work, getting the better. All right, last fast pedal here. Okay. Man, that was some effort. So I'm only 15 and a half miles into this. Get 2.5 and then 3. Get 5 minutes left, add a mile. I don't know, I'm already cooked from yesterday. I may not put any extra miles in today. That's going to screw me for the rest of the week. But this week being what it is, we're getting ready for the climbing challenge. Climbing out the ZWIFT here with BASECAMP. And so we're riding more climbing routes all week. So we're going to have less miles. On Saturday, it doesn't matter how long I ride. I don't know why this towel so yeah, I'm not going to get my 50 to 60 miles on Saturday. Definitely not on Friday. It's going to be not a heavy day. It's just going to be probably, I don't know, an hour and a half. And it's going to be higher watts, probably climbing, slower cadence. So yeah, maybe it doesn't matter because it's probably not realistic to get that number today. This week, I mean. Just because the focus of our training is different this week. Sorry, D. Levin says, right on. Since I rearranged the pain cape again for this video, I currently have a cable that's strung over my monitor. so it blocks the name of whoever is telling me to ride on. So I got to kind of look around to try to get to it. So there are definitely times in the winter when I'm riding indoors where I need a cooler jersey than this. This is a nice jersey. I really like wearing it. By the way, Hammerhead sent me this jersey when I bought my second Karoo 2. Not because of who I am or what I do or any of that. Not for the 3 followers. I'm sorry, 5 followers. 5. I'm big time that I have on Twitch. 5. Thank you all. But actually for just a promotion they were running for everybody. But I do really like the core jerseys. But riding indoors, especially this time of year, I wear shorter bibs, or in this case today, shorts. They're literally like, I don't know, half the length. You can see how much white skin I got, and you can actually see my my tan line from my regular shorts is a good 3 inches below this. But then I have a couple like either dedicated indoor jerseys that are basically just like a thick mesh, so that you know, so they provide a little bit of discretion. But they help you cool off way more. Because even with, I've got 2 Wahoo Kicker fans going that, as you saw, oh, that's interesting. They were both originally on automatic, so they were going based on my speed, and it wasn't enough. So 2.2 slices of pie, 16.5 miles, 635 calories in this hour. My TSS was 79, which I was on Earth most of the time, so that's exactly where they wanted me to be. So, yeah, the 2 Kicker fans even turned on manual on high, plus a ceiling fan. I don't know if you can see the shadows, not so much with this lighting I've got going on now. And then I've got another like twin, like a window fan with 2 fans in it. That's mounted in the doorway, and it's at the bottom of the doorway, so it's sucking cooler, fresher air in, letting the warmer, sweaty, humid air flow out the top of the doorway. So with 5 fans blowing, it's still freaking hot. See, now that I got, I'm no longer in workout mode or in the group ride. Now the incline is in effect, and so I don't know if I am actually. Wow. So this is flat, which means I was actually pedaling as though I was going uphill all day. I was wondering, I thought it felt a little weird, but I was too much of an idiot, moron, to look. than adjust it manually. So, oh well. B. George, by George, says, right on from BASECAMP. This is Index Reno. T. Graven says, right on. I. Pitt says, right on. So I highly recommend that people join these free Tuesday and Thursday group rides for BASECAMP. Almost every Tuesday and Thursday on our recovery weeks, when we're getting ready for our FTP test, we don't do them. So next week, ain't none. But they're free every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 a.m. and 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The rides ain't costing you nothing, so you might as well show up and ride. I will tell you that what I have learned since I have participated in base camp these last few years. I have gotten way stronger. I've gotten more consistent. I've gotten fitter. Yes, that's a word. And I have I've gotten stronger and just in general healthier. I've actually learned how to live a more healthy lifestyle. That doesn't mean that I don't enjoy my life. I mean, I still go out and have fun. I do stuff. I mean, for a guy in his 50s, for a balding guy in his 50s, but I still, I still go out and eat at restaurants and, crazy stuff. Like you used to do in your 20s. But I have learned to focus more on my nutrition, eat more healthy, not like vegan or vegetarian or any of that crap. But just in general, to focus on the quality of the ingredients that I put into my body. Not completely, because, well, like when I'm cycling, I eat this freaking processed shit gel. Which it is what it is. It does its job. But I realized last year, as I was starting this nutrition journey and trying to eat like all natural raw foods, and I was really focused on it, and some of the foods I was experimenting didn't have a whole lot of flavor, and it just didn't taste good, and like literally just flavorless. But I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do what Namarita, the nutritionist, is telling me, because I want to do the right thing. I want this to work. I want to get faster. I want to get stronger. I want to reverse all that aging. And then I would get on the bike and I would dump a bunch of this packaged cycling crap into my gut. And that's when so I started asking questions, and there are things that you can make to eat to get you the carbs and the little bit of protein and the sodium and whatnot that you need while you're riding, but it takes a long time. They don't last very long, so you literally have to constantly be making them. No preservatives. And packaging them so that you can eat them, and that they don't make a mess while you eat them, and that you can dispose of whatever they're packaged in. And no matter what you make, while it may have most of the stuff or whatever, some of these things, like these Aerobic gels, like they add some amino acids and other stuff. They got all kinds of, it's all about the science. They got all kinds of scientists, mixologists that are in the lab mixing up crap, trying to give you the biggest bang for your 60 ounces of sugars, of carbs that you can. And so it is definitely easier, but a lot of them, even if I just eat them in small quantities, I get gastric distress, lower gastric distress as a result of it. So it's not just a tummy ache, it's freaking ugly. So it's important to practice, to try to train your body on what you're going to eat during the season over the winter. So in the winter, if you're going to try anything new, try it over the winter when you are training in your pain cave. Because if nature calls and you're in your pain cave, you're only a few steps away from the security of a bathroom. If nature calls and you're out in the middle of nowhere at an event, number one, you're out in the middle of nowhere, which means you're wiping your ass on the bark of a tree afterwards, if you're lucky. And and you got to ride back. And so you ruined your event, you ruined your day, and it's all because you weren't used to what you're putting in your stomach. So in the winter, practice, train, overeat what you're normally going to eat during an event, and see what it does to your body. Like literally, I write the stuff down. I record what I eat every day anyhow, but I actually write down the gels or the stuff that I eat on the bike, especially in the winter. And then I take notes on how I feel for the next 2 days. Through the course of that day, if it's in a morning ride like this, through the course of the afternoon into the evening, and then even the next day, is resultant on what I ate today. And in some cases, some of the things that I found that I eat set my my gut flora into a critical state, and I have after effects for over a week. Literally, sometimes almost like 2 or 3 weeks. Like the resulting blah blah blah, one causes the next, and it's all because I'm dumping too much of a certain formula of carbohydrate into my intestines. They're not getting processed or absorbed completely in my small intestine, so by the time it gets to my large intestine, there's still a lot of sugar, and the bacteria that lives in your lower intestines, your large intestines, it lives on sugar, just like everything does. It gets its energy from the sugar. And so F-Ho says, right on. So basically both the good and the bad bacteria thrive on the sugar. So the bad bacteria eats it, gets stronger, it kills the good bacteria, and then the bad bacteria continues to breed and continues to spread, and it results essentially in an infection that my body then has to fight, which causes digestive issues, it causes energy issues, it causes actually skin. I get a reaction in my skin from it, and yeah, it's all related to that. And there is no like quick fix. Like there are times if it's bad enough, they'll give me an antibiotic, but then that has its own negative things because that kills all of the bacteria, the good and bad. And then you got to rebuild all the good bacteria while you, and that takes a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of time to build that. And while you're building that, your digestion's not right, and your body's not absorbing nutrients the way that it should, the way that is the most efficient or effective. And so there's a high cost for doing that. Alright, so I'm on a climb. I'm at 22 miles. I had said I wasn't sure I was going to ride 20. But it actually is way more fun on this here kicker bike, riding when it's adjusting up or down. Alright, so I'll stop here in this village and grab some coffee. Hey, is there a good place to get coffee around here? You see that pussycat? That's usually a sign of a good coffee shop. Alrighty, so let's take a look at this. I climbed 942 feet. Oops. Let's take a look at what the results say here. When I click on menu, it was all earned, so none of this really. Alright. My high heart rate was 160. And that was kind of near the end. Didn't really decouple all that much. That's a sign that I'm probably pretty fit. But 2.7 slices of pie I get to replenish with. At 761 calories I run for an hour 22.1 miles. 158 was my average wattage. 93 TSS. So I gained almost 2015 TSS in those last few minutes after the ride ended. Yeah, I may or may not get in trouble for that one. So, I click that, and then I gotta come. So, I'm not really sure that this setup is the best because it's kind of hard for me to move around here. Just may need to require a little bit of more thinking. So, let me end the broadcast here. Thanks a lot for joining me. You can join me again tomorrow at 10 a.m. as I do the workout. Not a group ride, but if you want to come ride with me, let me know, and I can have you join in on my workout, and you can get all the benefits of, being here with me. Thanks a lot for joining. Hit the like, share this feed with everybody you know, because it will help me out a lot. See you tomorrow.